Hasn't been mowed, the signs are still up, and like, no, we're gonna take care of this.
It's been mowed since you've been here.
No, sir, it's been mowed in 4 years.
Wimpy got out there because he weeded that berm out there because I saw him doing it.
There's a misunderstanding here. The grass behind my house is this tall in places. There's 46 lots up there. The most they might have mowed was 2.
I was under the impression he had it all mowed. And like I say, you got out there, him and his wife got out there and weeded that berm because the tractor wouldn't get on it.
I can't see any of it mowed in my house.
Can you check this out
Yep.
tomorrow?
Yeah, sure will.
Y'all can drive down 902 and look up that way if you'd like and see whether y'all believe it's been mowed or not. And while you're up there, when you get a chance, I've got friends that live on a cul-de-sac, so I know what it's like. You park 5 or 6 cars, and there's driveways going off. When they open that road, I'd like y'all to look at that. That has to be the world's smallest cul-de-sac they built up there. It looks like a dead-end street that they just rounded. See if that's something y'all would approve of, the way they built that.
Can you check that too,
I
Steve?
mean, there's no room if delivery trucks, emergency vehicles, I doubt they could turn around. And when you put some driveways and cars, I see no way for anybody to turn around up there. That's all I've got to say. I appreciate y'all listening to me.
We'll check into it.
Thanks, Ken.
Anyone else from public request? Okay, well, let's move on then. Next item on the agenda is the departmental reports. Steve, do you have?
Yeah, I was going to just touch base about the people that bought the apartment complex. I don't know if y'all been out by it, but if you get a chance to go look, they have done a ton of work already. They are remodeling, cleaning, painting, tearing carpet out, redoing the inside. The residents out there are a really happy group. They're doing a good job. They're doing a real good job. And I just wanted to touch base and tell y'all about the rest of it, man.
Okay.
That's it.
Next, committee reports. Update on the Historical Society Garden project.
Ned Cobb has a video that he has put together. And sometime when we have a short agenda, he will come and show it to us on what we intend to do to that vacant property south of the building.
Okay. I guess there's no other committee reports to report on this time, so okay, we need a motion to move into executive session.
So moved.
Jerry
A second.
moved. Carrie seconded. All in favor? 5-4. Okay, the city council will convene in closed session.
I would like to make 2 suggestions. Number 1 is to reinsert the line item we had before called, let me see what it is. Special request for use will be considered by the city council. So I'd like to reinsert that.
Okay, where are we
This is-
talking
this is-
about
this is the
reinserting
old-
that?
This is the old rules and conditions we had.
Okay.
I just want to we dropped that out the last time, and I would like to reinsert that so that we can take, so then we can take action if a special need comes up, special requests come up, for instance, senior citizen type activities.
That's the old one.
And then the other thing I'd like to do is suggest that we go ahead and change the 6-month thing to 12 months. In other words, advanced reservations will be accepted up to but not exceeding 12 months.
Okay. So you want to add 12 months and then, what was the other one?
The special request
Special request.
for use.
Okay, I have one or two to add, change or whatever.
Yes, ma'am.
The Civic Center is available for rental to citizens who are residents of Howe ISD. That's what it was to start with.
Is that on this new one?
No, what's on the new one is available for rental for citizens 18 years of age and older.
Okay, I'm trying to find out what the stuff is on here.
Okay, this is on the second line.
Oh, okay, let's see it.
So by doing that, are you gonna eliminate the non-resident rate?
Yes.
So you're suggesting that it go back and say how ISD,
Residents only.
Okay, by doing that, in the past, we've had non-residents, are we gonna let our residents, knowingly let our residents rent this building for use by people that are not residents in the
Okay,
ISD?
we have some family reunions, some people from Van Alstyne, but they have someone that lives in the Howe School District, and that person rents the building and is responsible for it.
So we're gonna let them have, regardless of who they are, if they can find somebody in town to rent it for, we're gonna let them do that.
Well, this is a relative. This was a family reunion.
But I don't think we can,
Okay, when it was first opened, that was the rules.
Well, but Terry, also that if they have if they would want to rent it as a non-resident, they would pay $35 an hour. But if they have a resident, a relative here, they just go ahead and rent it at the regular 25.
For the 25,
Yeah,
yes.
so there's nothing really changed, except for those that maybe are non-residents. I mean, you're always, in a reunion, you're always going to have non-residents come in. But
Yes,
it's not
you'll have
that.
non-residents.
Sure. But that person,
But someone in the ISD school district has to rent the building and be responsible for it.
to pay $25.
Yes.
okay. Okay, so by doing that, we're taking out there's section in it somewhere that defines what the resident is, and we have defined it by water customers or
Or
statements
living
from
in the
rental.
apartments.
So we're gonna still have the opportunity for a non-resident to come in and rent the building if they choose at the higher rate.
No, I wouldn't think so. I think we should go back to the way we were doing it before.
So we got one rate no matter what. If you live in Podunk, Texas, if you want to come rent it, you still pay $25.
No, you can't rent it unless you live in the Howe
So then we're doing
ISD.
away with the non-residential.
Right.
So we're just doing away with that.
Why would be the reasoning for doing away with that? What would be the reasoning for not having a non-resident be able to do that? Just to kind of keep that for the citizens of Howe, is that the
Yes.
reason? Exclusively for Howe, is basically.
But usually if there's a family reunion, they have someone that lives
Oh,
in
yeah, I
the
understand
house.
that, but it's, that can be covered by the $25.
Yes.
Still as a non-resident, somebody that doesn't have a family here, okay, but would want to use it, and that would be revenue coming in.
Well, I don't think we have that many, and as far as I'm concerned, I think the community centers for Howe residents.
But it's a facility
But you
that
have to look at
that
the-
could generate some income.
You have to look at the overall picture. There's young couples that were born and raised in Howe that maybe mom and dad don't live here anymore, that they want to have a reception in the community center. And we're saying, no, we're sorry, you're no longer residents and you can't use it.
this just gives an option and there's no way for us to know all the various scenarios that will occur, in legitimate scenarios, really.
So my understanding that a non-resident can or cannot rent it.
Well, that's what Carrie's moving to.
Carrie's saying no.
No.
Has the rental rate gone up per hour relative to last year or whenever? It was what for, it was 15.
Probably the day it was up, it was $15 per hour.
What was it, now this is for, what is it currently right
This
this
is
moment?
the current, this is the one they adopted, the council adopted approximately 2 months ago.
Adopted on July 24th.
Before that one, it was 15 and what? 15 and 25?
No, 15. Big
15.
room, small room, didn't make any difference. It's 15.
Resident or non-resident?
No,
No, non-resident.
Resident only. It was not
Resident
available
only.
to non-residents.
And that's where we got into problems with people that were non-residents that were offended by the office staff having to tell them, if you can find somebody here in town to do it for you, we'll let you have it. But if you can't, sorry, you can't use it.
And these were people outside the city limits that have been
Outside the
area
school
residents
district.
for years.
Yes. Now, they might live, we have some of them that do have reunions. They were gonna have to have someone within the city do it for them. We had one lady that's, I believe she told her mother, I think I'm correct, that her mother maybe was in a nursing home, or they had moved her to her area. They had no family member here. We could not rent it to her. She had to round up a friend from this lady's 50s probably. She hadn't lived here in a number of years. She had to track down people she knew here in order to rent the building. And to me, this was just an opportunity for these people, if they wanted to use the building, give them the opportunity to do that.
Well, that could fall under special request used for the city council.
Well, it can, but if they come in 2 weeks before an event, are we gonna be willing to have special sessions to accommodate them and get the request granted? Sometimes they're not 30 days in advance.
Then we adopted this new right here, just like it is 2 months ago. Can't see why we are backing away from what we first adopted.
Well, I think there's two things that have come up. One is when we said 6 months, that was an arbitrary number. There was no reason except some samples we got from other people said 6 months. So whether it was 6 months or a year, it's just more convenient for a year when people have an annual reunion. They like to be able to go down the next day when they turn the key back in and sign up for the next year, which I understand that. So it was an arbitrary 6 months. The other thing that I wanted to get changed was the fact that we have a group that comes in here and provides entertainment, music, fellowship for senior citizens twice a month. And they're saying they can't afford it, okay? Because there's no admission to it. There's donations. And I wanted to have a vehicle some way so that city council could say, okay, under these circumstances, we're going to provide a special case.
But the problem they had was with the per hour charge.
Right.
And I don't think that this is a real money-making facility anyway. So, I mean, whether we charge 15 or, 100 or whatever, I don't think we're gonna make money. I mean, we look at it, so
Just
to
help
me,
defer expenses. That's all.
but I mean, it's so minimal. And if it causes us to lose something for the people here by, they move it off somewhere else, then it's not, I think we're not doing a service by raising the rates. To me, 15
Well,
should be.
but Mark, also, if we're, if for, I don't know, maybe it's the England family reunion.
That's the reason why I'm trying to lower the rates.
If, you know, the Higases shouldn't be subsidizing the Englands for renting at all. I don't mind subsidizing some of the senior citizens for having their little activities down there.
But I mean, but if you do.
I do object to subsidizing more people.
Right, I understand, that's the way it's always been. And so, but to me, the point is, we're just not gonna make, I mean, at $15 an hour, I think you're gonna get more rentals. At $25 an hour, you're gonna get less rentals. I think the overall, I think it's gonna be a wash, and it's gonna be $100 difference at the end of the year, and all we've done is possibly eliminated some events there, which I don't think is doing a service. I mean, that's the reason.
Well,
I was listening to the gentleman talk.
Let me make a compromise. Let me make a compromise. For residents, let's take it back to $15. For non-residents, keep it at $35.
That sounds good to me. And the gentleman can get someone that. What's that?
I thought we were doing away with non-residents.
No, that was just a suggestion. I mean, we still got to fight that battle with Ms. Gary, but.
Okay, are we also then going back to renting a building that is or a room that is 3 times the size of the other one for the same money?
Is it Snap Center?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
Really
I mean,
interested in that one, but.
I don't think we're making. We're not coming out ahead on this anyway. Look at it.
Has our rentals decreased?
No, the rentals
Since
have
this
never
change?
increased on the building. It's the first time they've ever increased.
No. Has the rental reservations decreased since this change? Is the community center in
The man
Snap
that
Center
voiced
still,
concern is the only one
is the only one we've lost?
that I'm aware of. Well, and I don't know, you know, I think he's waiting to hear a decision.
Well, why don't we table this till
Right,
next
yeah.
month?
Table next month or for a work session or something.
Because it's getting late.
Motion?
I
Got a
second.
motion by Jerry to table it, second.
Go ahead. Or I thought you were going to.
Gary. You got it? Okay. All in favor to table this? Four. Okay.
New business.
We're on the consent items, which, new business, which is considered consent items, which are marked by the asterisks there, approved financial statement, minutes from the August 20th, 21st, 27th, September 11th and 12th, council meetings, municipal court report, and police department.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Got a motion by Jerry, seconded by Diane. All in favor? 4-4. All right, first item under that is to consider interlocal corporation contract between Texas State Department of Public Safety and the City of Howe. Do you have something here on that, please?
Yes.
Should be something on your packet on that as well. This is the one that, if you can find it, deals with contracting with DPS on the renewal or non-renewal of license. Here it is. If they owe or fail to appear for a complaint or citation or to pay, I think you can read there and understand what it's talking. Anybody got any questions about it?
We're already doing this, we just have to review it.
I move.
Carrie moves.
Second.
Mark seconds. All in favor? 4-4, none against. Next one is to consider request from Philip Tillett to discuss purchase of easement at 941 Calder at Bledsoe Drive.
Now, does Philip own this property next to this?
I understand, yes, it is.
He does?
Yes, it is.
Okay, the same procedure as the others?
In the past, they've sold $1,500. It all costs more than the purchaser.
Well, I move that we sell it, County.
Carrie moves,
Second.
Mark seconds, all in favor? 3, 4, any opposed? Any abstentions? 1. Okay, next, renewal, consider renewal of lease at 100 East O'Connell
Okay.
to the Howe Historical Society.
So moved.
Second.
Jerry moves, Diane seconds, all in favor? 4, 4, none against. Consider renewal of the community center note. That's in your packet as well. Anybody got any questions on that?
No, I move.
Carrie moves that we do that.
Second.
Mark seconds, sorry. All in favor? 4, 4, none against. Next is consider request from Howe PTO to close Robert Street from Beatrice to Looper for Fall Festival activities on October 13, 2001, from 3 to 9 p.m. with the bad weather day scheduled for October 16th.
I so move.
Diane
I'll second.
Carrie seconds. All in favor? 4, 4, none against. Next item is to consider transfer of $17,600 from line item 73415.001 street supplies to 71110.001 fire department for the purchase of breathing apparatuses and nozzles.
I so move.
Diane moves. Sorry. Have a second?
I'll second.
Carrie seconds. All in favor? 3, 4. All opposed? 0. Any abstentions? Okay. All right, we are now entering the public hearing. We're now entering the public hearing to consider ordinance number 535, which reads an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Howe, Texas to amend Chapter 10, Section 1 entitled Water Service Rates and Section 2 entitled Sewer Usage Charges, providing for repeal of the ordinance in conflict, providing for an effective date. Anybody like to address this ordinance?
No question.
Okay. Next ordinance is number 536. An ordinance amending ordinance number 520 by increasing certain fund appropriations for unforeseen expenditures in the general fund and utility fund balances for the fiscal year 2000-2001. Also amending the appropriate fund balances. Any discussion on ordinance number 536? Okay, well, that ends public hearing. We are now, can consider ordinance number 535, which I read previously.
So moved.
Jerry? Jerry moves.
I'll second.
Carrie seconds. To adopt this ordinance. All right, we have a motion and a second to it. All in favor? 4 yes. Second ordinance number 536.
I move.
Carrie moves. Do we have a second?
No second.
Jerry seconds. All in favor? 4. That's it.
I
We can
want
adjourn.
to say something.
Sure.
And I'm directing this to you. Jimmy. Several years ago, every place I went in Grayson County, Howe Police Department was laughed about. They were the laughing stock of Grayson County. And now we have another problem. The mayor is the laughing stock of Grayson County. When we talked after you were elected, you told me you were religious.
Yes.
What does God tell you about you serving as mayor and you have no concern in Howe or for their citizens?
What makes you say that?
Because you don't attend the meetings. We've had 6, one of the things the mayor does is the budget. We've had 6 meetings, 4 workshops, 1 meeting to approve the budget, the other meeting to set the tax. Okay, you were at the first meeting. At the first meeting, all you do is look over the budget. All you did was say, what page are we on? Now, I think the citizens of Howe deserve more than that from a mayor. I'm very disappointed. I live here. This is my home. And there's good people in Howe. And you told me, when you told me you were religious, that you truly believe that God sent you to Howe to be mayor. What does he tell you now about your mayor's job?
I don't think that's any of your business, first of all, Ms.
Well, I
Lawler,
think
but
it is. It's the business.
I'll tell you this. Okay, I sat here and asked the council to change the time of the meeting so that I could be here. And we had the council vote, 4 people, yes, to change the time, to allow me to be here because of my job. Then the next meeting, we come back and we have a motion to change it back, which conflicts with my work.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I wasn't able to be here.
The city government of Howe is not going to work around Van Alstyne ISD.
I'm not asking it to work around Van Alstyne ISD.
Oh, yes, you are.
Were you?
And I'm asking you. I think you should.
Let me ask, why did the council decide to change the time back?
I don't know. I was the one that made the motion. I didn't talk to any council.
And what was your purpose for wanting to change it back?
Because it's more convenient for the ones that's on this council.
Or just you?
No, I did not talk to any council person about changing the time back.
Well,
I asked and made the motion and they voted for it. And I, as a citizen of Howe and a member of this city council, I'm asking you to resign for the benefit of the citizens of Howe. Because you are not doing any good for the citizens of Howe. And you could care less.
May I speak?
I don't think that's your, I
No.
don't think that's your place.
Not till we get through.
I don't think it's your place to judge me. Okay?
It is my place as a member of this city
you can
council
say-
to judge the mayor.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not your job
Yes.
to judge me based
Yes.
on what I do, where I work, and what I do.
I don't care where you work. All I want you to do is be at the meetings and act like a mayor.
Anybody else? Then I assume we're adjourned.
May I speak before we adjourn?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
I'd like to address this council and say that I've lived here for a number of years, and I think this is the most unwarranted attack on a person's integrity that I've ever seen in this type of deal. And I think that he's very well said that it's probably none of your business of what he does sometimes. And I can say that I'm very, very pleased that we have in this town at this time a mayor whose word is good And the fact that he can't attend everything hasn't been helped by the fact that this city council has seen fit to have their meetings at some time other than what is convenient for most of the citizens. At times I've worked in Dallas and I would have had a very difficult time getting here at 6 o'clock. And I think the time should be set so that the greatest percentage of persons can be here, and 6 o'clock may not be it. And I think in the past, this particular topic wasn't covered very well, and it got pushed back and forth. I'd also like to mention that while I have seen various police departments, I don't think that our present police force is thought of in other communities as a joke. And so I think the attack on the mayor is unprecedented. I think it's in very poor taste, and I don't see anything very grossly wrong with our police department at
Well,
this
there's
time.
nothing wrong with our police department
I was
now. That
speaking
was
if
several years ago.
if you don't mind, and I
Well,
just got
You
interrupted.
interrupted me when I was speaking.
I asked to speak. I didn't see you ask
No.
to speak. I didn't ask to engage in a debate. I asked to speak, and I was rudely interrupted. But I think that our present mayor needs to be appreciated instead of run down. Thank you.
We're adjourned.